What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Moto Aftermath Show, Fantasy Supercross Show. We are wrapping up A3, and we are headed east to Minneapolis here. Before we get started, I just want to thank our sponsors. So Energy Fuel, Premier Custom Trailers, TLR Coatings, Holester Co, Alias Sport, Dirt Bike Depot, JT Cycle, Adept Creative Co, Gutter Worx, Isaac Nelson Designs, and Clutch Media, all on board with us. So thanks to all of them. There are links in the description if you guys want to check out any of them. There's some discount codes for some of them, so make sure to check them out. Everything from things that go bang bang to things that fuel your body to stuff for your bike. We've got sponsors for pretty much all of it. So thanks to everybody for coming on board. As always, make sure to give us a like, subscribe, comment down below. Make sure to share us. Make sure to leave a 5-star review if you're listening to this in podcast form. And we are back this week. We got the full crew here. Not shitting on the chest of the show. First up here, original co-host, it is Justin. Hi, buddy.
Oh, yeah. What's up, pal?
Well, it's nice to have you back. You took a week sabbatical here for...
Yeah, didn't even get paid for it either, man. That was great.
Oh, man, so nothing worked out for you, huh? Well, that's fucking surprise.
No, that's not what I meant.
So once again, you shit on you shit on the show, and it didn't work out for you.
Listen, man, that's not what I meant.
Let this be a lesson for you.
I was trying to make a joke. Like you said, sabbatical, and like usually when people go on sabbatical, they get like paid money, and never mind, it flopped. I'm sorry, it flopped. That's not what I meant.
Like I said, maybe you shouldn't shit on the show anymore.
I'm sorry, dude. My joke flopped. Like, nobody's going to find that. Anyways, all right. Who else is on this call?
Okay, and also on the call with us, he's as committed as Justin Hill. It is Cole.
Oh, wow.
Hey, wow.
Cole. What's up, bitches?
Jesus Christ. Unbelievable. Okay, so anyway, for fantasy, for anyone who doesn't know by now, I'll just repeat this real quick. We play on PulpMX Fantasy. Our league is Moto Aftermath Show. If you want to join our league and you already have a team, just go search us in the leagues and you can find us. You can join, no problem. If you guys want to join and you haven't played fantasy before, make sure to join, create a team, blah, 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 join the league, and then go to Instagram, follow us on there, and DM us with your team name so we know who you are, and we can get a hold of you if you win something. We do a weekly prize giveaway as well as end-of-the-year prizes, and we've got all sorts of stuff to give away. So, getting into results from Anaheim 3, first up, congratulations to the winner in the league for this week. His team name, Jason's. Congratulations. Golf clap here. 287 points. Great score for him. And then we'll get into, so once again, Jason's there. I don't believe I've seen you pop up on the old Instagram DMs, so you did win a prize. So if you, like I said, DM us on Instagram with your legal name there and shipping info, we will get a prize out to you here soon. And get that going. So congratulations. Now for us three knuckleheads. Wow, looks like I'm the first name I come across again. So weird how that happens.
Look, bro, whatever. I was the first name last week. I don't want to hear it.
Yep, so 21st place for me in the league for this week. I actually was in the top 2,000 overall for overall out of the whole game. I scored a solid 238 points. In the 250 class, I had Christian Craig with 26. I had Carnow and Carne Asada with 46 points. This next guy, I just want to tell both of you to lick my fucking balls because you guys did nothing but shit on me about picking Caden Amarine. Like, I don't remember what round it was. And then,
he was great, actually.
And then every time I've picked him, he has scored me good points. But the first time I remember, fucking Emery, what the fuck are you gonna do? Go ahead, pick him. Yeah, that's a good pick. Pick him. So like I said,
didn't make the main, so it's fine.
You guys can lick.
Kind of a given.
You guys can lick the sweaty, salty underside of my balls because your boy over here has some fucking knowledge apparently. And then I rounded off with what should have been a good score from Dominique 3, the German, with 30 points, which I'm not going to complain about 30 points because apparently he paralyzed himself, rode through the paralyzation, and came.
Wait, what?
So
what?
Did you guys not hear this story about his crash?
When? Ooh.
In the main, Thury.
No.
So
no, I didn't hear anything about it.
Apparently,
what are we talking about?
Dominique Theory from the club team.
Yeah. So apparently in the main, when they were all the Alpine Star people were helping Thrasher and Swole, he went off the bowl turn right behind where they were, fucking just went to Indonesia, got up, which is weird, couldn't feel his legs, but he was up, got back on the bike, rode around for like 2 laps with no feeling in his legs. And then he was about to pull off, I guess, and all of a sudden he started having feeling in his legs. So he took off. And that is how we got to 13th place or 15th place, whatever the hell it was he got.
That's the sketchiest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
Dude, fucking wild.
Like, surprisingly, I've actually heard of that. That happens in combat sports. It's called a flash. It's like he didn't get knocked out, but it's kind of like what happens when you get a flash KO. Like, it's something that happens in the brain with all the nerves and shit. Oh, and like you just kind of lose everything for like, I don't know, however many minutes sometimes, and then it comes back to you. So it's kind of like that version of that. It's kind of like I said, it's kind of called a flash KO.
Yeah, it was wild. I listened.
That's wild.
Steve
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, Steve had a post race interview with him, and he was talking about that, and I was like, holy shit, man.
So he had to have just been fucking sending it and just like hoping he didn't fucking die.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly. I just remember he went over the back of some berm, dude, and just straight to flat or something.
Jesus.
And yeah, just fucking wild shit. Which sucks because if not, he probably would have also got me 52 points, which would have been even better for me.
I'm gonna be real honest with you. I'd be like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, me too. You and me both. I would have been like,
no,
I can't feel
me, so I'm out.
So, anyway, moving on to the 450 class for me, I had Jason Anderson get me 26, Bogle with 28, AP with 30, all decent scores in my opinion, because the high score in the 450s was only like 36 points, so I'm not super upset with any of those. The big downer was Alex Martin, which basically got his finger ripped off, which is out of his control, so I can't really be too mad about it.
Minneapolis this weekend, though.
Yeah, it'd be great. Well, I don't know, man, because from what I understand, that what happened to his finger was pretty fucking gnarly. So I'm not sure I'd pick him this weekend, even if I could. But he got
fuck that.
He got me a big old 0, which sucks because he probably would have got me a fairly decent amount of points, probably 25, 30 points. Yeah. So again, would have helped. But 238 puts me right in the realm, like I've been shooting for. Actually, I looked up the other day. My average is 241 or 242 points so far, so I'm pretty happy with that. That's a good thing in my book. So, Justin, you want to go next here?
So I probably had the worst weekend I've ever had in fantasy. Which the crazy thing is not even like I swung for the fences on this; just bad luck. So my 250 dudes, I had Derek Kelly 36, not bad. I think he actually ended up having the best finish he's ever had, or at least tied it or some shit. I don't know. Caden Amarine also as well at 52. But then my other 2 guys, like, they should have been in, especially my all-star, Joe Schmoda, but, he decided to scrub himself into the middle of the earth. So that was a big fat goose egg. And then Robel, which, once again, I don't think I was swinging for the fences. He had every main that he had tried when he came in, other than the one in Glendale. Just obviously that LCQ was just a shit show. So that was a 0. And then 450s, I had Anderson with 26. I also had Bogle with a 28. McElrath was doing well, and I don't really know. There was so much shit going on in that 450 main, and, obviously they were focused on Anderson and Tomac, so I don't really know what happened to Shane. I don't know if he just faded or whatever, but he got me 11 points. And then I also had A-Mart, big fat goose egg. So I ended up with 153 points with only 5 dudes in, and like I said, it's not like I swung for the fences on these picks. It's just a bad luck thing, because I feel like if they had all gotten in, I don't know, I maybe would have scored 210, 215, so not great, but not terrible. It was just a bad luck night. I mean, it'll happen every now and then, but I don't know. The one I think that was most surprising to me was the Joe Schmoda thing. Like, I know he'd been crashing since the beginning of the year, but for him to go out in the heat race, I was just like, oh, God, this is going to be a terrible night.
That was gnarly, too. That was really gnarly.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys seen it, but I guess he's on crutches or whatever, and, like, it doesn't look severe, but I don't know. He's just not doing well.
I heard it wasn't too severe, but I heard broken foot.
Yeah, like there was a picture of him walking out of the hospital or wherever the fuck he was. He was on crutches and shit and all casted up, but I would assume that he would be back by the time we go to Seattle. But the only problem is that depending on how bad that foot is, he's not going to get any outdoor testing in.
Yeah. Yeah, who knows?
But,
all right, Cole, who'd you have this week?
Oh, man. So Justin was just saying something about bad luck, and it only happens every once in a while. It's been about every weekend for me. I had Derek Kelly, 36 points. 250 team. Let me take a step back. My 250 team, Derek Kelly, 36 points. Solid there. He's established himself as a main event guy this year. I was scared of him at the beginning of the season because he fucking real hit or miss. But I picked Clayton, pick him, Amarine.
Pick him.
At a 52. I don't know why. I was kind of swinging for the fences a little bit, but he didn't make the main the weekend before. He's somehow been squeaking in the main. I was like, fuck it. So it paid off. Nate Thrasher was a victim of the whoops. He was my all-star. And, yeah, we know how that went. Still got 9 points. I mean, I guess it's better than 0. And then Justin Robel, same reason Justin picked him. I mean, he's been winning LCQs and seemed to be pretty established. And I think he had, I mean, what did he do? He worked his way back up to like 5th or something, didn't he, in that LCQ? You guys remember?
I think it was 6th or 7th, and then he had that issue inside the bales or some shit. I don't know. He went down like, 3 times in that LCQ?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Okay, yeah.
He was close. He was close. He could have made it in had he not crashed.
Just another bad luck week for me, man. But now we got a fresh crop of dudes to pick from, so I'm excited. We got Jason Anderson at a 26 for my 450 class. He was my all-star. Justin Bogle, he's been letting me down, man. 28 points. I'm expecting more out of him.
Yep.
And then I went Dylan Ferrandis. I mean, I had to. I mean, top 5 guy. I think that was kind of a given there, 30 points. And then thanks to Ferrandis, we took out Alex Martin and got a 0. So I wish I would have seen this video of Alex Martin going through the whoops. I don't know if you guys seen it at all.
No, I didn't.
There's this video in practice of him just, oh my God, it's the sketchiest thing I've ever seen.
Oh,
if I
yeah.
seen that earlier, he would have been off my team.
Is that where he like bounces his rear wheel off the bale or off the tough block and stuff?
Yeah, he goes side to side and then off the front wheel and back to the level and then finishes it out or something. It's something fucking crazy.
Yep. So I just wanna point out to you boys, I am 10th in the league right now, and I'm way ahead of let's see here. Justin, I found you, buddy, at 41st position, only 106 points behind me.
You see who I'm tied with right now?
With Wyman. Yeah, I did see that the other day. Oh, that's awesome.
Travis, I can't wait for you to crash and burn on this fresh crop of East Coast.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. We're just
boys. I am so fucking excited for this East Coast.
Oh boy, here we go. I'm just gonna stay the course.
No.
Right?
I'm not talking about. I'm not
that ends Rockson's career.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact of like taking out the fantasy. I'm just excited for this East Coast, dude. This shit is going to be wild. Like there are so many good dudes that are riding East Coast.
Well,
fucking 70 entries this weekend.
Well, we could have done a fucking 250 East preview show, but y'all had to shit on the show on Sunday and not show up because I don't know. Fucking sports or something.
Literally Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah. No one really cares.
I'm gonna make a comment about this East, and I don't feel that it's exaggerated. I want your guys' opinion on this, but I feel like for the first time since I've started playing fantasy with this 250 East division. Now, obviously, when we get through, attrition's going to come in, and guys are going to get hurt, and they're going to settle into their place. But being for the first round, I feel like this is the first time in fantasy for me that I could pick a team right now that I would think is going to be good. Okay. I could pick a team after practice that I kind of feel like, all right, I have a good idea of where these guys are. And I could even pick a secondary team that behind my first team that I would still feel could get me good points. Does that feel like an exaggeration to you guys or no?
No, you're pretty spot on there.
No, not really.
There's a lot of dudes.
I mean, dude, like I was just running through the list, and obviously we kind of know who we think is going to be up front. But if you take those guys out and you just kind of like what Cole said in the group text, like tiers, like 6 to 22nd, there are so many guys that one weekend could be 6th, and then the next weekend, just because they're off a smidge, be 14th.
Yep, 100%. 100%.
And I like these handicaps, man. I like these handicaps. We got a lot of actual. Whoever does the handicaps for Paul, it looks like they pulled their head out of their ass and actually started giving away like good ones because, we got a lot of high handicap picks this weekend.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get into this then here. So picking for our first East Coast here for Minneapolis, we're going to start with the 250 class because we obviously have a ton to talk about. So currently on my team, I have Ramir Alves. He fucking killed it for me last year. He's a 14 handicap, so I know everyone's kind of like, ooh, maybe not. But there's a lot of high handicaps, like you said. And honestly,
no, this kid's he's fast.
Honestly, there's a lot of these like 14, 15, 16 area handicaps that it's like those dudes are fast and people are talking about like how good they could be. So I think there's going to be a lot of
Derek
people
Drake at 12.
Yeah, and it's like, but Derek Drake could very easily not make the main, and it would not shock me. So,
but he also could make the main and get 10th.
Yeah, exactly. So
a lot of these guys could do that though.
That's what I'm saying. Like that, it's fucking wild. So like, yeah, it's good.
Yeah. So anyway, so I'm starting. I've got Alves is my first one, and that's subject to change depending upon how I see qualifying go. For my All-Star, I have the Golden Jet. I like his odds of doing well here, and with a 1 handicap, it's pretty much the best one I can find.
You like way more than that.
Well, yeah, I do that too, but looking at it from a completely just fantasy perspective, I went, yeah, that's probably about the best pick at this point. I then got the number 715, Phil Nicoletti at an 8.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a bad one, Travis. Really,
no,
dude? Out of all the people you could pick.
So hear me out, though. He is the wily veteran where when all these kids start smashing each other to get in the main, he will not panic. Where like a lot of these other kids might panic. So my thing is get 8 in this week. Because obviously with the 450s, we kind of have a rough idea. But with the 250s, we have zero idea. And as we said, there's 30-some dudes. Yeah, there's 30-some dudes that could get in, and there's fucking 25 of them that it's like, well, they could get in, but they could also not get in, so whatever. So I'm looking for solid guys who have been there before, and maybe they get in and they don't make it to double points or whatever. But if they at least get in and I don't get a goose egg...
What are Phil's supercrossers up?
I mean, dude, there's honestly guys with this being with them having 70 entries this weekend, the guys that won't even make the night show that like have never made mains, but like before were consistent night show guys.
Yeah.
That tells you how deep it is. Like I'm looking through this list and there's dudes that will not make the night show this weekend that have probably made 50% of the night shows they've ever tried for.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that's a
cross result, and he's not worth an 8 for me. Sorry.
He had a couple good races early on in his career, but I understand what Travis is saying. I think I'm just looking at all these fucking dudes, and I'm like, I would not pick Phil.
Well, anyway, and my last guy
too pissed off.
My last guy on the team is Josh Osby. So
what's 4 handicap?
4,
okay,
yeah.
Right. So you're not really swinging for the fences then outside the race.
Absolutely fucking not. 8 is great.
Okay.
I think Osby's still worse than 4th, 14th or whatever.
But, I mean, yeah, but he's another one that he could also get 10th.
That would beat him.
I mean, Paul, you want to go or you want me to go?
I'll go.
All right.
I'm going very safe. I'm going all factory guys.
Okay.
I'm going Max Boland at a 0.
Okay.
We all shit on him a little bit, and he was consistently top 10 until he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Another year under his belt. I've seen some videos of him riding. He looks pretty good.
Yep.
Max Boland at a 0. Give me that. This is my only one I worry about, Styles Robertson. However, he did come out and be a top 10 guy last year.
Pick him.
Yeah.
So,
pick him.
Pick him.
Pick him.
I'll take him, dude. I'll take him.
Pick him. Please do. Pick him. Pick him all day long.
Fucking factory bike. He should be better than 13.
Yep. Go ahead. Pick him.
And my other guy, we'll see if Stub puts his money where his mouth is. I got Chef. Levi Kitchen.
Pick him.
What's he at?
Pick
What's
him
his
all.
handicap?
Pick him all day long. Pick him.
3.
Kitchen is killing it, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. The styles thing, totally, but Kitchen's killing it.
Pick him. Pick
3.
him.
They're all
There's obvious evidence of Kitchen killing it if anybody's been watching Jeremy Martin's vlogs.
There is 100%, but there was also obvious evidence of Kitchen killing it before he went to Redbud, but it's a lot different when you get in front of 70,000 people and the lights are on and there's fucking tough blocks on both sides of the track and 20 other dudes around you.
Who are you going to have more confidence in, Levi Kitchen or Styles Robertson?
Neither. I wouldn't pick either of them.
I don't give a shit. Both of those guys have been in the top 10 before.
Styles scares me a little bit because he's injury prone, but Levi Kitchen, dude, he's going to be just fine. Styles, I have no idea.
Hang on. Do you want Styles Robertson's result? Let me pull it up here.
He had a couple good rounds. I know that he got hurt halfway in, but like, dude, didn't he lead Daytona?
Keep in mind he was a rookie.
Like I said,
didn't he lead Daytona?
Pick him.
Oh, I'm not picking either one of them, but I would pick Kitchen way before I pick Robertson.
So
he came out, got let me get 18th in Orlando too, but then he got a 2nd at Daytona and then a 7th at Arlington.
Yeah, because he was leading Daytona for like 10 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, he was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so
I mean that's my tentative team. And I got McAdoo as my all-star.
Look, Kitchen isn't off the table for me all season, but I'm not picking him the first race. Just like Kessler, I've heard, is going really, really well down at Club, but I'm not picking Kessler either. So
well, and see, that's why with what I'm doing this weekend, I'm kind of swinging for the fences because, hear me out. So because there are so many fast dudes this weekend, and we, like I said, like we kind of have an understanding of we think is going to be top 5, but because everybody's so close, if they don't have a high handicap, if they're just off 8%, they could go from 6 to 12.
Yep.
And I'd rather swing for the fences of guys that I know will make the main and have a high handicap. And even if they're off, they still get me top 10 points. Like I said, Kitchen this weekend could come out and kill it in practice, win his fucking heat race. And if he's even off a little bit in the main, he could be 12th.
Yeah.
So, like, that's the way I'm looking at it for this weekend. I'm doing it the opposite of what you guys are doing. I'm looking at it as
second tier, dude. That second tier is just. There's 15 dudes in the second tier. You know.
Well, see,
if you're picking Osby, you might as well pick.
Oh no, I'm
Enzo Lopes, Chase Owen.
I'm not going for that.
Brian Hasu, Grant Harlan, Marshall Welton, Preston Kilroy.
That I'm going more for the guys that are like. Yeah, well, you just named a couple of my guys. So my team is going to be. I got J Mart as my all-star too.
Risky.
And I'm going to go with Jeremy Hand at a 16, who I've watched some of his videos with him down at Club. And he was doing motos with Peters, and he was actually pacing Peters for the whole entire time. They were doing 15s. They were doing sprints. He was pacing Peters. Now, obviously, we know Kyle Peters race car. Jeremy Hand.
Oh, okay.
So he's at a 16 handicap, and we all know how consistent Kyle Peters is. You know, he got on the podium that one round, whatever the fuck that round is, that McAdoo and Cooper were fucking going buck wild.
Yeah.
We know that Peters, like I said, is consistent. We know he's a racer. He's not really a qualifying guy. But if you're going to go out there and you're pacing Peters at Club of all places, I have some confidence in you. And Jeremy Hand has also made mains. This is not, the lights aren't going to be too bright for him.
Yep.
So at a 16 handicap, dude, if he just gets in the main, like, I don't give a damn. Like, he's going to have solid points.
I'm not arguing with you. He's on my radar to see what he looks like in practice. So he's
unless
there.
he just comes out and just struggles because of bike setup or something, which I don't think he's going to, because he's on that. I think he's on the SGB team with Kessler and Luke Neese.
Oh, okay.
So I think their bikes will be fine. They're not going to be great, but I think they'll be fine. Cole mentioned a guy that we know that even though the coast was a little bit depleted, he's been a top 10 guy before, even when the coast has been stacked. I got John Short at a 14.
Yep.
Just another consistent dude. I mean, the dude he just makes mains. Like, let's be honest. Like, he's not flashy. He's not super fast. He just makes mains. Like, he's just solid.
Yep.
So he makes the main at a 14. I'm good with that. And then my final guy, and I probably will take him off, but I kind of like this dude. I like his story. I like how hard he works. And he's also another guy that has made mains before, and that's Grant Harlan. Grant Harlan at a 13. I've also watched some videos of him. Solid. That's kind of my guy that is tentative, where, like I said, I could pick a Kitchen. I could pick a Preston Kilroy, Jace Owen. But right now, I'm just going to kind of swing for it because, dude, Jeremy Hand at a 16, like, by the third round, that he's not going to be a 16 anymore. There's no fucking way. So I'd rather I'd rather swing now, pick him, and get fucking gnarly points with him. Same thing with John Short. So I got J Mart, Jeremy Hand, Grant Harlan, and John Short. And if all three of those dudes make it in the main, like, dude, you're looking at some really high points right there. So
yeah. No, I mean, I can't argue. All those guys are definitely on my radar here. John Short, I didn't realize was a 14. He will probably end up on my team strictly for the fact of he's John Short, and he usually does pretty well. So,
I mean, dude, he was top 10 pretty much every round last year.
Yeah.
In the whatever fucking coast he rode.
I'm with.
How about all these rookies coming in that have been?
Oh no, Cole. I'm not going to argue that at all. But my thing is John Short is just one of those dudes that like doesn't really take chances. He doesn't ride over his head. Like, dude, he will, if he has to go to the LCQ and get fourth in the LCQ to make the main, he'll just do it. And I don't disagree with you at all. I mean, Brian Sue is going to be a guy that I'm going to be looking at. Tanner Ward. I mean, dude, you got Hunter Yoder's making his debut.
Let me name a few more off for you. It sucks that our guy Scott Meshew isn't even in the conversation.
I know, dude. I'm bummed about that. But, dude, it's tough.
You got Jack Chambers working with Zach Osborne. You got
Marshall Welton.
Very talented guy. You got
Marshall Welton riding this weekend.
Racing arena cross.
Zach Williams.
Made names last year. Hunter Yoder was supposed to be the next guy into the Geico Honda program.
Cody Schock. Jess Pettis.
I mean,
Colin Park is another guy people need to watch for.
Pettis has an injury.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. All right, so you also got Henry Miller. You got Max Miller. Dude, you got Jared Lesher. Kobush is racing again. I mean, dude, it's Derek Drake, Ryder Floyd. There's another dude.
He's going to be insane.
There's another dude who I don't expect a lot in the main, but I've watched him in the British Arena Cross Series, and that's Joe Clayton. Joe Clayton's another dude that could make mains. Like Josh Cartwright.
Really?
I mean, yeah, like
Varese?
Pierce Brown.
Anybody
Albright.
in a Varese?
In a who? Varese?
Yeah.
I had him on my team at one point because he was always really solid, and now he's on.
But he's got a 5 handicap. I'm a little afraid with as stacked as this coast is at a 5 handicap. That's just going to be I think he'll make mains, no problem.
But
what's up?
Here's the kicker. I heard he's on. I heard he's on last year's factory bike.
Well, I mean, the starts are going to be good, but dude, this weekend is going to be so fucking tough. Hunter Sales, he's on my list, and he was supposed to ride West Coast. Did he switch? Does anybody know?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I ain't even touching those guys. Hunter Sales barely made it in mains last year. He was offensive.
I know. Well, and then you also got, even though I think this kid is going to completely yard sale, but he is a kid that if he stays on 2 wheels can make mains, the fucking Jet Reynolds. Like, I think that experiment is going to be bad, but he's one of those kids that we know he has the speed if he can stay on 2 wheels to make. So, dude, you're just adding
so circuit Kawasaki. You should make the main.
Yeah, well, you would hope so.
Dude, he's gonna.
Unless it's a Big Air Tom.
I have heard rumors through the grapevine through some high end people that he is going to be a very failed experiment here.
Oh, dude, I called that back when he got off Super Minis. He stayed on Super Minis way too long.
Yeah, I've heard he's going to be a failed experiment, and I like what Ryder D's doing, trying to get ready for Supercross.
I think would be closet good, bro.
There's another kid I want you guys to watch for, and I'm not saying he's going to light the world on fire, but I heard his name a couple years ago through the amateurs. I know that he has a little bit of Supercross experience, not through the whole road to Supercross, arena cross, but he's just a kid that rode Supercross every now and then, with friends that had Supercross tracks. I can't remember what team he's on. He's on his own. He's the only rider on the team. It's a kid by the name of Luca Marsalisi. Pretty fast kid. If he comes out and looks good in practice, it'd be somebody that I would maybe consider. I'm not saying he's going to light the world on fire, but he's just another kid to watch for because I think he has a 15 handicap. So that's just another kid, dude.
Even another one to watch for.
Who's that?
Made fast,
Who?
talented. Max Miller.
Who? Oh, yeah, dude. Max Miller. Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be fucking tough.
Yeah, my thing is,
that's why there's so much guessing in the back with all these guys. They haven't proven themselves, really.
Oh, I know.
That's why I'm sticking with all the factory boys.
What were you going to say, Travis?
Yeah, well, I'm with Cole on that. There's just there's so many dudes, and my thing is I need some data on this stuff, which we don't have a lot of data on a lot of these guys. So I'm you know what? I just need to get 8 in. I will agree with you. Jeremy Hand, Grant Harlan,
John Short.
Varizi, these kind of dudes that have been here before and consistently been able to put it in the main. Even Max Voland, I completely forgot about Max Voland when I was picking earlier. Those guys are all on my list to keep an eye out for him, and then probably switch somebody out at some point. Because this is going to be now. As far as one thing we haven't talked about here is the All-Star picks. So you've got Forkner, which is a 2, and I think everybody's nervous. Yeah, he could very easily go win the race, but he could very easily wad himself in the fucking heat. And here we are. You've got RJ.
Well, him, RJ, and J Mart are all 2 handicaps.
Dude, so here's the thing. I am so nervous with Martin indoors.
Yeah.
I mean, look at how last year went. He made it through the first turn. And I know it wasn't really his fault, but it's like shit that happens to him every single year. I mean, dude, we still see the highlight reel of him on the Geico bike just going cartwheeling over the fucking berm in qualifying.
Does anybody dispute, though, as far as, if you just go off of speed and the way, and I know it's just a fucking small sample, and it's just a heat race, but, dude, let's not forget, he fucking yarded everybody in that heat race.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't have that happen to him, do you think, honestly, I don't think I've asked you guys this, do you guys both think that he wins the title last year?
Maybe. I don't.
I love J Mart, man, but I think he tries too hard.
He is
Well, he does, because he does. And you can even watch it, and I think now that he's working with Genie's on his ass. He even says in the vlogs, I know that Travis has been watching him. I don't know if you've been watching him, Cole, but his vlog, Genie has been on his ass. I think that's going to calm him down, hold him to a higher standard than he already does. I don't know if it's going to change much, but man, the thing being a J-Mar guy, maybe that's why I'm biased and I have blinders on, but dude, we always talk about this. You can't deny his speed. You cannot deny his speed.
I'm not trying to do that. I'm just saying he is prone to shit happening indoors. You put me on the opening round of outdoors with him as an all-star with a 2 handicap all day long.
Yeah.
Never coming off my team. But indoors is just a completely different animal for him. And so that's why I'm like, no, I'm really out.
How crazy is it, though, that our favorites... So I think we're all in agreement that the favorites to win this title, and this is in no particular order, but you could put it in this order if you wanted to, Jet, J-Mart, Fortner, and Hampshire. And I guess you could put McAdoo in there, but let's be real. Those 4 dudes, just go off of speed and what they've done. They're all crash prone. They're all crash prone. Yeah. And that is what is crazy about this coast is everybody's got Jet up there, and for good reason. I'm not going to take it away from the kid. We honestly, most people probably are picking him for a title, but because he still has yet to do it in Supercross, he has the wins last year, but he is still yet to put a whole season together. The 4 dudes that are the favorite for this coast, I don't really know if you put a gun to your head, who you would pick, because like I said, you could pick Jet. He got the 3 wins. But let's be real, though. He easily could throw it away this weekend just by doing something stupid. And the same thing goes for J-Mart. Same thing goes for Fortner, RJ. I just think it's going to be a crazy coast if they all stay healthy, because I don't think that any 4 of these dudes, if you just go off speed for speed, is going to just go. They're not going to go out there and dominate like Craig. I'll just put it that way. I don't see that happening. I don't know about you guys, but I don't see this being a runaway coast. I see this being Jet wins one weekend, Fortner can win the next, then RJ, then J-Mart, then Jet wins again, maybe Jet wins again, and then Fortner go. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, Starling was saying McAdoo was winning.
I think Starling's fucking high. I don't see McAdoo. I understand last year, but McAdoo is not on those dudes' speed level. I mean, dude, he fucking almost killed himself 9,000 times last year. There's no way McAdoo wins the title. There's no way.
No, you're right. But so here's the thing.
He wins. I'm putting him in the conversation to win races.
Oh, I think he could damn well win a race.
Oh, yeah.
He proved that last year. I think he could win a race. But that's another dude, though. If you want to add him into that conversation because his results last year, that's another dude that can't stay off the ground. So how in the hell are you supposed to go in and have confidence that...
Yeah. None of these guys can stay off the ground because
that's the thing.
Guy that has the speed that could win. Pierce.
You have another guy?
Pierce Brown.
No.
Randomly pulling podium
I'm
shit out.
I'm out.
Oh, he could podium.
Yeah, podium, yeah, but he's not winning a race. No.
I think he's one of those guys that I think he has to have the right set of circumstances to win. And, dude, I could say the same thing about one guy that crashes more than all of them, but you know I like him, Jordan Smith. He has more wins than anybody else in this class.
I don't know about that.
You laugh, and that's why I said I don't see it happening. But you're talking about a guy that also has just as many wins as fucking J-Mart. Like, that's the thing. He also could go out and win the race if he stays on two wheels. So, like, all the dudes that are the favorite to win this title don't know how to fucking stay off the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. This whole coast can't stay off the ground.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I think it's going to be a lot more interesting than West Coast. That's why I think when we do the East-West shootout, outside of Craig, dude, the West is getting smoked.
Hey, you know who's a sneaky good all-star?
I can't wait.
Sneaky good all-star for the 250 class this weekend?
Kyle Peters.
Mitchell Oldenburg.
He's at a 6, right?
Yeah.
I would agree with that. I think that's a good pick.
Yeah, but dude, I know that he killed it in the 450 and he made all the mains and stuff. But like, I feel he's going to go back to the 250 and his brain's going to shrink.
That could very well happen, but maybe not. I don't know. Yeah,
I like Mitchell Oldenburg. So I'm not trying to shit on him.
Kyle Peters is a sneaky good pick also with the 6 handicap. So, yeah. All right, and we could go on. I can't believe they have Jordan Smith as an all-star. What a fucking joke. Unreal.
No, I'm a little surprised on that. Even being a Smitty guy, I'm a little shocked considering how his season went last year.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I guess the only other person you could have switched out for an all-star is Max Boland, but yet again, he didn't even make it the entire season either. So, like, who are you going to put as the other all-star? Like, they have to – I think they were just like, dude, we just need somebody as an all-star. And they have him at an 8, so it's like, who really fucking cares?
Yeah. So,
I definitely agree with what you're saying. It didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to 450s here. So, 450 class for Minneapolis. I have the perfect 10 at Justin Brayton with a 4 handicap. I got Chiz who will chiz at a 7 handicap. For my all-star, I got Stu at a 4. He hasn't been outside the top 5 yet.
Nope, has not.
And then my final pick, I got Mr. Consistency, Mr. Dean Wilson at a 1. That's subject.
Never thought I'd hear you say that.
That is fucking weird to say, but it's subject to change. But he's just so consistent of right there in that 9 through 12, which I know is a risk. But, as these 450s go, as we all keep saying, there's not a whole lot to pick from. So, all right, no. Cole, who do you got? Justin started last time, so.
I started last time.
You started? Really? Oh, I thought Justin did. All right.
Oh, I got you. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
You want me to go?
I'm half asleep. No, I'll let it rip.
All right, go ahead.
One Send It guy, Ryan Brees.
Okay.
He will probably be removed from my team, though. And probably replaced by a guy like Max Anstie or...
Not a lot of Sendy picks this weekend, bud.
Yeah, maybe a Chisholm. I mean, you got Oldenburg out of the class who would beat Chisholm, and that moves him up a spot kind of thing. So, maybe Chiz. I think Chiz is going to Chiz. I'm going with Chiz. Fuck it. I'm switching it up. So anyway, Chisholm 7. Sorry. Oh boy, you're out. He's got about a 7. This is who he is. He's an 8th first place guy.
Jesus Christ, that's just terrible fucking to say.
That is weird to say. But I'm hoping there's some East Coast flair.
Maybe.
So, we'll see. And I have that sexy son of a bitch, Justin Brayton, number 4. Number 10 out of 4. God, that good-looking guy looking at me here.
Yeah, he is, man.
Whoa, Justin.
Well, sorry, bud. Sorry.
Okay. Justin on Justin.
Yeah, I know, right?
My premier custom trailer, premier pick of the week. Not leaving my team. It's Vince Freezy at an 8.
Yeah, that's
all
a good
day.
one.
Give it to me.
So, I'm right on board with Cole. I'm going to go Vince Freezy at 8. I mean, let's be real. Like, I know he's going back to the 450. He even said, hey, he's been looking forward to it, whatever. Like, we just know that he's a 10 to 15 guy in this 450 class. And then you take Oldenburg off, who, as much as I like Mitchell Oldenburg, I think Vince he's just a better 450 guy than Oldenburg. So if Oldenburg was 11 to 15 or whatever he's been, you can almost count on Vince being in the same spot, just a little bit better. I'm also going to go with Justin Brayton and complete the sweep here. All of us picking him. I am, even though he's hurt, he did better than I thought last weekend with a 13th. I'm going to go Max Anstey. I was thinking about picking Starling, and then when Travis, you told me that he thought McAdoo could win, or whoever said that, McAdoo could win, I'm like, no, fuck that. I don't want to deal with that.
Because he said McAdoo could win, I'm out on him. Okay.
I'm out on that shit. And then my all-star, after getting on the box last weekend, I'm going Justin Barsha at a 4. I'm going the exact opposite of my 250s. I'm not sending it, and it looks like I'm going with all 4s outside of Vince Freeze. So, Vince Freeze, Brayton, Barsha, and Anstey. Fucking roll it.
I have already changed out.
Roll it.
I've already changed out Dean Wilson for Vince Freeze. Talk myself
Dude,
right.
he's just solid.
He is. And I mean, dude, you're talking 16th or better. Oldenburg's out. He's coming in. So is he on the same level as Oldenburg? Yeah, could be. So, yeah. I mean, hey, so Cole, I was just looking through this. What was the bet we had about Justin Hill?
Oh, Jesus
I owe
Christ.
you $20. I owe you $20.
It isn't official. Is he like not even racing Supercross? Is he just done?
I guess, dude. He's in the mountains.
Yeah, I heard he is collecting his paycheck not at the racetrack or the practice track or any track whatsoever. So,
dude, that motherfucker like pulled the biggest ruse ever. He fucking put all those Insta bangers and putting out fucking laps at the Hill compound, and then he's just like, no.
I think it was Starling on Monday, or I've heard somebody in the last couple weeks say that, like, yeah, I was at south of the border or wherever the fuck he was at, and he was fucking ripping. And and here we are. So, all right, so outside of that stuff, I mean, if you wanted to get a little sendy, you could pick Fast Freddy at a 14. He's obviously proven he can make the mains. I think for an all-star, Sexton at a 3 is an okay pick. Tomax at a 1, that's not bad. Anybody like Webb for an all-star at a 7?
Other than Cole, no.
Let's see here. Marv at a 6 is okay. Is there anybody else?
Definitely not Kenny at a 7.
No, not Kenny. Frenchie at a -3 is annoying.
How does Dylan keep going back? Like, what the fuck?
Well,
he started off at a 0, then he went to -1, then he went to -2, and now he's at -3. Is he going to be at -7 next weekend?
Well, because his results are indicative of he's not an all-star, but he could go out and win a fucking race, and no one would scratch their head and go, how the fuck did he do that? So...
Yeah, I just think it's funny how he went from a 0.
I cannot believe Ando's still a 2 for an all-star, but that's good.
Yeah, I found the Frenchie thing funny that he started off at a 0 like 4 rounds ago, and then he's just going negative. Like, dude, it's got to stop at a -3. There's no way he goes to a -4.
No, not at all.
We're just keeping him at -3 for the entire season.
Yep. All right. Anything else with 450s here, boys?
All right, so no. You got something, Cole?
Go ahead. That makes no sense to me why Ferrandis is not an all-star. Is it top 8 in points, correct?
I believe so.
Well, here's a little bit of a thing. Him and Roxon are actually tied.
Maybe because Roxon's got to win.
Because Roxon's got to win. He's still the all-star.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's got to be the only thing I can think of because he's got to win, and obviously Dylan doesn't.
Yep.
So look for those two guys to change hands. Maybe Roxon will be an all-star next weekend, or not an all-star. I guess I should say.
Yeah. I definitely think that's going to happen.
This guy. Yeah, the next closest guy is Plessinger. So, and he's 81 points to their 92. So. Yeah,
there's no way Kenny's an all-star after this weekend. I think it's just going to be a lot of the same.
Yep.
So my only question this has nothing to do with fantasy. Who do you guys have winning the 250 class this weekend?
Jet.
Cole?
Oh, you know the homer over there is going to have Jet.
Yeah, I knew that before I even said it. I don't know why. I just wondered.
What kind of questions are you asking?
Okay. Who's gonna beat him?
Who's beating him?
Yeah.
I think somebody that's beating him.
Who?
I don't think you're ready.
Okay.
You ain't even ready. Who I think?
You say McAdoo, I swear to God.
No, dude. Ryderwood.
You're a prick.
No, dude. It's either I think if Hampshire keeps it on two wheels.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I would have to go J Mart or Jet. I mean, obviously I picked J Mart as my all-star. I think he's going to win if he stays on two wheels, but I could easily see Jet doing it as well. Or I could just see both of them crashing out before they even make it to the start line. So yeah, there's that.
I like how the most common thing we say is stays on two wheels.
I mean, dude, like, let's be real. I don't think anybody on this phone call, like, would disagree. Like, you can't. It's facts. Like, other than, I can't remember if RJ's got a win, but all those dudes have wins, but yet none of them have been able to stay on two wheels for an entire season. Like, it's just, fucking Fortner should have 10 titles by now, but he crashes every fucking year.
Yep. All right. Great. Any FFLs?
I don't know who I would pick in the 450 class, but I do think in the 250s, if I were to pick one, I surprisingly would pick RJ, actually.
Weird.
Yeah, I know. It is fucking weird. I don't know what?
Is he a good starter?
He's been good in Supercross with his starts. I mean, last year, obviously, he didn't get to fucking race other than one round, but I think, was it the last year that Chase won? No. Yeah, the last year Chase won the 250 title. I think RJ's average start that year was like third or fourth. We know that Jet and J-Mart can't get fucking starts to save their lives half the time.
Yeah. Yep. So
here's my question to you, Travis. We're good off the call. Does Jet at all this weekend? At all? Like, I don't care if it's fucking press day, practice 1, practice 2, practice 3, heat race main. At all this weekend, does he have another fucking spectacular Jet Lawrence crash?
Did he hit the deck at Houston 1 last year?
That's a good question. Can
we call it a get off or a jet off?
A jet. That's nice. A
yes,
jet off.
That's good. That's good. I like that. I don't.
Travis, I think he crashed in not in like free practice. I don't think it was bad, but I think he had to get off in the whoops in free practice.
Yeah, I don't remember. I remember he did some fucking jump in press day, and Weege was all about it. Because that was all Weege talked about all weekend was Jet and press day, and then he didn't win the opener, and we were like, what the fuck? Then he came back and won the second one. No, I'm going to say no. I think him winning that title last year, there was a maturity step taken with that. So I don't know that we'll see the get-offs like we saw last year. Maybe it's a possibility. I'm not gonna stand here on my soapbox and scream that he's gonna be the smoothest fucking guy and he's gonna go undefeated in this Supercross season. But I think we're gonna see a smoother Jet. So
the scariest thing is all five of our title guys, or who you would pick as title guys, could literally all crash out this season and like not finish.
Yeah, they all could have a race where they just don't finish it. So
and then Levi Kitchen wins the title.
Sure, something like that. I don't know. I gotta see. Like I said, Kitchen I think is gonna be fast, and he's not Thrasher realm for me where I'm like, no way, I'm fucking picking him. But I need to see him go a round or two here to feel confident in his abilities to perform under the lights here, because
I think people feel the same way about Preston Kilroy.
Everyone has said that, like, yeah, practice tracks are fine, but when you get under the lights and all the people and the tough blocks are on both sides, it's way different. So, like I said, I'm holding
that
steady.
That speed, though, is gnarly.
I'm holding steady with, I think he'll do well, but he is a rookie. So we'll just see how this goes.
That whoop speed, though.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. He's looked good in the J-Mart vlogs. You're not way off with that, so.
Yep.
All right. This has been another episode of the Moto Aftermath Show, Fantasy Supercross edition. Thanks for tuning in. Check out the sponsors in the links below. Thanks to all our sponsors who are on board with us. Make sure to join the league. We will be back next week to wrap up Minneapolis and talk about Arlington. Thanks, Justin. Thanks, Cole. Adios.
What a great send-off.